Welcome to Global News on Signature TV. I am Barry Kumo Ado. In the headlines, Tinubu declares nationwide security emergency, orders armed forces to recruit more personnel. Senate proposes death penalty for kidnappers. Trump says South Africa won't receive invitation to G20 in 2026. And European Parliament agrees on resolution calling for minimum age on social media. Details shortly. Amid rising attacks and a surge in abductions by gunmen and suspected terrorists, President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday declared a nationwide security emergency. The president also directed immediate additional recruitment into the Nigerian armed forces and the police. Tinubu earlier approved a nationwide upgrade of police training facilities, as authorized the use of National Youth Service Corps camps as temporary training depots. He explained that officers withdrawn from VIP escort duties would undergo crash training to prepare them for deployment to areas facing serious security threats. The president further ordered the Department of State Services to immediately deploy trained forest guards to flush out terrorists and bandits hiding in forests across the country. Tinubu commended security agencies for the successful rescue of 24 school girls in Kebbi State and 38 worshippers abducted in Kwara State, assured that efforts are ongoing to free the remaining students taken from a Catholic school in Niger State, as well as other Nigerians still in captivity. The president also urged the National Assembly to begin reviewing Nigeria's laws to allow states interested in establishing state police to do so. Tinubu's declaration comes amid growing national anxiety over worsening insecurity. Some Nigerians say they no longer feel safe in their homes following the recent spike in abductions and banditry in parts of the country. They're calling on the government to urgently deploy more security personnel to protect churches, schools, and other public spaces. Correspondent Christopher Lele reports.
Nigeria appears to be entering a troubling phase where insecurity is no longer a distant concern but a daily reality, casting its shadow over communities, highways, markets, and increasingly the nation's schools. The recent surge in kidnappings has unsettled citizens and raised serious concerns about the effectiveness of the country's security architecture across several states. Fear has become a constant companion. Travelers now avoid certain routes, farmers abandon their farmlands, and families adjust their daily routines around the unpredictability of violent attacks. Citizens have continued to voice deep concern over the worsening security situation.
In fact, to me, I'm not safe. I don't think I'm safe here. It's just there's nothing we can do than the government to plead on the government to, work very hard to make sure that everyone is safe. Because you don't have gun, I don't have gun. So there's nothing I can do than to just look unto God and cry unto, that's the way we have been doing, cry unto the government to please, whatever they think they can do under their watch to make sure that these guys, they don't get hold on us, because hey, I'm afraid if they come, while are they, will not be small thing.
We need more security men in this country. And secondly, these security men should be deployed to their own states.
The rate of insecurity in Nigeria is getting high, and everybody seems to be insecure. But what is happening is getting out of hand.
We are not happy as a citizen that our fellow citizens are falling down. Both the army and the innocent children, especially school children, the way they are falling on daily basis, we are not happy.
Seeing our old women being kidnapped, being robbed in this country that we call Giants of Africa, it's so bad. And the current government, they are not doing anything to what is happening.
Businesswoman Ifeoma Aneke says many residents are now too afraid to sleep soundly in their homes.
I don't think anybody feels safe. Aside me, I don't think anybody feels safe for what is happening in Nigeria presently, because the kidnapping, the bandits everywhere, the killing, everybody is so scared. Even to sleep, if you are sleeping now, I don't think people are sleeping with their eyes closed. If you hear any noise anywhere, you just wake up, because everywhere is not safe. in Nigeria presently.
Christian Aminu called on relevant authorities to ensure the deployment of security personnel to churches, schools, and other public institutions to guarantee safety for citizens while carrying out their daily activities.
I think the government should try by all means to adopt a system whereby there will be security agencies that will be released to churches, schools, and other infrastructures that at least the people can be safe when they are around their place of duty and workplaces.
Let them mobilize security agents, all the consigns, let them make sure that insecurity is stopped in Nigeria. Some time ago, I had a foreign country planning coming to Nigeria to do something concerning it. And up till now, they are still killing and nothing is done. They should do something concerning it.
These reactions come as state governments adopt emergency preventive measures. In Katsina State, authorities have ordered the closure of all public schools following credible threats linked to kidnapping gangs. Kwara State has also shut down schools due to rising fears of possible attacks, while Plateau State has placed selected institutions on indefinite closure. Findings across the northern region show that over 180 schools have been affected by either temporary or ongoing shutdowns directly linked to insecurity. Residents, however, insist that beyond closures, there is an urgent need for a coordinated and sustained security response to restore public confidence and ensure the protection of lives and property. In Enugu, Christopher Lele, Signature TV News.
24 students of Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, MAGA, were abducted by bandits and subsequently rescued, have been handed over to the Governor of Kebbi State, Nasir Idris. The handover was performed by the theatre commander, Major General Idris Wara in Birnin Kebbi, and the director of the Ministry of State for Defense, Bello Matawale. General Wara explained that all the 24 abducted schoolgirls were rescued hale and hearty without any deaths or injuries. He, however, recommended a comprehensive medical examination for the girls to ascertain their health status. Receiving the schoolgirls, Governor Idris commended the military and security agencies for their combined efforts, dedication, and coordination throughout the mission. Governor Idris assured that comprehensive medical checks will be conducted on all the children before they are reunited with their parents, and extended his appreciation to Nigerians for their sympathy, prayers, and messages of support. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has criticized the federal government for celebrating the release of abducted schoolgirls in Kebbi State, saying their freedom should not be presented as an achievement, but as an evidence of Nigeria's worsening security environment. In a statement issued by his media office on Wednesday, Atiku said the return of the schoolgirls was not a trophy moment, but a damning reminder that terrorists now operate freely, negotiate openly, and dictate terms, while the administration issues press statements as a face-saving device. He said explanation given by Presidential Advisor Bayo Nanuga on why the bandits could not be apprehended suggests that terrorists and bandits have become an alternative government, negotiating, collecting ransom, and walking away untouched, while the presidency celebrates their compliance. According to Atiku, no serious nation applauds itself for negotiating with terrorists, which it claims to have under surveillance, and congratulates itself for allowing abductors to walk back into the forest to kidnap again. The Nigerian Senate has adopted a resolution categorizing kidnapping as a form of terrorism. It called for amendments to the Terrorism Act to ensure the strictest punishment is applied.
There has been growing concern among Nigerians following the renewed spate of abductions, kidnappings, and killings in some parts of the country. This has left citizens in perpetual fear as to what will happen next, where it will happen, and who the victims may be. During Wednesday's plenary session, senators agreed that any individual convicted of kidnapping should automatically face the death penalty once the law is revised. Senator Lola Ashiru from Kwara South, who sponsored the motion, urged urgent federal intervention after recent abductions, including school children, which has led to closure of schools in several states of the country. The Senate also debated reports of soldiers withdrawing from vulnerable areas before attacks. Senator Enyi Nanya Abaribe and other senators criticized the government handling of security, saying the administration must own up to its failures instead of blaming predecessors.
The governor of Kebbi said that somebody ordered troops out and people were kidnapped. Till today, nobody in Nigeria knows what happened, and no question has been asked. And we are sitting down here as a parliament, and we turn and we talk. Yet, somebody is responsible. If I'm the commander-in-chief, I will call the army commander in that place and the head of the army and say, if you don't get me the head of this person, who withdrew the troops to put all these children in jeopardy?
Nigerians are entitled to know, and it is no longer national secret. The commander of that area who ordered that those men be withdrawn, it is to be a national secret to be kept within military cycle. Nigeria should know the name, and the person should be brought to justice under the Terrorist Act.
There are part of the report that states that military personnel were withdrawn from that school in Kebbi. We must identify who gave the command and why, and that must be made public to the Nigerian people. Finally, and also as important, just like the last speaker mentioned, there is need, as Senator Ashira alluded to review the Nigerian firearm law.
Some lawmakers also pushed the narrative that security agencies know the locations and motives of bandits.
Some people are living in their comfort places, making phone calls with these bandits. Can't we identify them? We can identify them. How do we do it? The gadgets were bought for the National Security Advisor. The gadgets were bought for telecommunications. They will be able to tell us where all these people are.
We must amend our laws to say kidnapping is a terrorist act and must therefore be treated as such and must therefore carry the death penalty.
We can continue to buy arms and ammunition and platforms from other countries, but that is not the way to go in the long run, because we bought the super